Hi, I'm Mike, founder of GoodBed.com. Today we're going to take an in-depth look at the latest version of the Layla mattress. Now, this is a mattress we've reviewed on two previous occasions, both when they launched in 2017 as well as when they made a small update in 2019. This time, they've made a more significant update to the construction of this mattress, so we're looking forward to giving you our take on the latest version of the Layla mattress. Stick around. Now, just in case you've never seen one of our videos before or been to our website, GoodBed.com, the number one thing that you need to know about mattresses is that they're highly personal. This means that a mattress that's great for me can be truly terrible for you and vice versa. So as a mattress shopper, the things that you need to focus on are what we call the 3 Fs. Fit, feel, and features. Fit is about finding a mattress that matches your body, including your weight, your body shape, as well as your preferred sleep positions, not unlike buying a pair of pants. Feel refers to things about a mattress that can't be universally better or worse. They can only be better or worse for your personal preferences. And then features are things that actually can be better or worse, however, may not be a priority for you personally. This is how we do all of our tests as well as how we break down each of our reviews. So let's start with fit, which is the most important of the 3 Fs, since it's what determines the degree to which you'll get the two things everybody has to get from their mattress, which are proper spinal alignment as well as adequate pressure relief. And before we get into this, I need to clarify that the Layla mattress, if you don't already know, is a design that is flippable, and it actually offers different softness and support profiles on both sides of the mattress, and therefore, when we talk about the fit or even the feel and even to some degree the features, we need to think about it and talk about it both differently or give you different assessments for each side of the mattress. So in terms of the Layla mattress, I think most people are going to use this mattress with the soft side up. It's kind of the more intuitive construction when you have firmer layers of the mattress on the bottom, working your way up to softer layers as you go up. But let's first talk about the few people who I think may be better served with the firm side up. Specifically, I think lighter stomach sleepers. Those would be a group of people that I think maybe would want the firm side up with the Layla mattress. Back sleepers, lighter back sleepers, I think could be more indifferent. It could be sort of your choice as it relates to what feel you prefer. I think both could work pretty well. But with the remainder of people, I would think the soft side is likely to be better for you from a spinal alignment and certainly from a pressure relief standpoint. Someone might hear this, and if you've seen other videos we've done, and say, hey, Mike, why don't you recommend the firm side for heavier stomach sleepers, or for that matter, heavier back sleepers or side sleepers? Well, the main reason in this case is because of the fact that when you have the firm side up, you have essentially 3 inches of relatively soft memory foam down at the bottom of the mattress. And what happens for a heavier, let's take stomach sleeper, is the number one thing you want to avoid is your midsection dropping too far into the mattress and creating kind of a bowing of your back. If you're on your back, that's called like a hammocking. Either way, that's not what you're looking for in terms of spinal alignment. And so when you have the firm side up, for a heavier person, my concern is that your heaviest parts have enough heft to push not only the top layers of the mattress down, but actually to also get into pushing that, like compressing that 3 inches of soft material down on the bottom of the mattress. However, your lightest parts, like your head, shoulders, and your feet, don't have enough weight to compress that the bottom layer of the mattress down, and there's not enough softness at the top of the mattress for them to really sink far into, and that creates a little bit of a V, which is, again, not what you're looking for either from a back sleeper or a stomach sleeper. So in general, I think heavier sleepers are probably not going to want to use the firm side up in this case, even though sometimes that is our recommendation. In terms of the soft side, this is certainly going to provide enough conformance for side sleepers. We think it's going to be a great match from a spinal alignment for a lot of side sleepers, particularly lighter side sleepers, but also heavier side sleepers I think can also use this. And stomach sleepers, I mean, I think the lightest stomach sleepers probably could use the soft side. Again, I do think that the heaviest stomach sleepers would be better served on the soft side, but if you're a heavier stomach sleeper, there frankly are better options for you than either side of this mattress. From a pressure relief standpoint, I think it's worth noting again that the pressure relief is way better on the soft side of the mattress than on the firm side of the mattress. What we found was that it's also notably better for lighter sleepers than it is for the heaviest sleepers. Once you kind of sink through that memory foam layer at the top, the pressure relief declines. So I think you're going to find a notable difference there between heavier people and lighter people as it relates to the pressure relief, which, as you may know, is really only a factor when you're talking about side sleeping. It's not so much a factor for stomach or back sleeping. All right, now let's move on to feel, the second of the 3 F's, which again, these are things that cannot be universally better or worse. They can only be better or worse for your personal preferences. The first of these is softness. This is an area where we noticed some changes. Last time we talked about how the soft side was about a medium soft, the firm side was a firm. Now we've seen those two come closer together. The memory foam that we've seen in this latest version seems to be a little firmer than what we saw in the past. So I'm not sure if that's just sort of normal variability or if there's been sort of a conscious change in the formula, but nonetheless, the version we received here, we would rate as a medium on our softness scale. And it is towards the softer end of medium, but nonetheless a medium on our softness scale. The firm we would rate as a medium firm. So they've kind of come closer together in terms of the differential between those two feels from a softness standpoint. Now, the second of the feel characteristics is what we call cushioning depth, which in some cases, particularly with memory foam mattresses, these two terms that we consider to be two distinct properties of a mattress get conflated. Oftentimes, manufacturers of memory foam mattresses will say, this is soft, this is firm. We would say, no, these are both firm. And they would say, oh, well, but this one you sink more into than this one. And we'd say, oh, that's cushioning depth. Okay, so in the case of cushioning depth, there is still a pretty wide range here. With the soft side, you definitely get more of that hugged or cradled sensation of sleeping in your mattress, whereas on the firm side, you get more of that floating sensation of sleeping on your mattress. So that's a much more distinct difference between the two sides on the feel in that particular characteristic of feel. The next feel characteristic will be the amount of memory feel, and this is again another area where we noticed a change. The previous version of the Layla mattress we reviewed had a very slow responding memory foam, so there was a lot of that ooey gooey slow melting sensation that you might associate with memory foam. This, however, is a much quicker responding memory foam, and it gives you, I'd say, it's still a memory feel, but it's much less of that memory foam. It's almost like I would consider it an average amount of memory feel, recognizing that today, in today's day and age, the average mattress contains some memory foam. It's such a prevalent material these days that in this case, even though there's a lot more memory foam in this mattress than the average mattress would contain, because it's quicker responding, the amount of memory feel is more kind of just average. Then in terms of bounce, the last feel characteristic, this being a mattress that A, has no springs, and B, does have memory foam, which even if it's quicker responding, still is very shock absorbing. There's very little bounce to speak of here. If anything, there's a little bit more on the firm side because you're closer to that foam core, which would be the bounciest material in the mattress, but nonetheless, overall, not a lot of bounce. All right, now let's move into the features, the third F. These, again, are things that can be better or worse, but may or may not be a priority for you personally. The first of these is motion isolation, which, as you may know, is the degree to which someone over here is going to be disturbed or awoken by things that are happening over on the other side of the mattress. So in this case, this is for sure a strength of both sides of the Layla mattress. This is, we've tested this separately on each side. We did find that the soft side was slightly better than the firm side. Both were excellent. We'd actually call the soft side exceptional. We tested it with dropping a bowling ball on each side, and we also tested it with me plopping my full 200-pound frame very inconsiderately into bed next to that bowling pin. And in each case, the bowling pin hardly budged, so motion isolation is definitely a strength of the mattress. The next feature is temperature, or the ability of a mattress to keep you sleeping cool during the night. Now, there are a large group of people for whom this is never going to be an issue on any mattress they choose. However, there is a group of people for whom this is a pretty important consideration. Now, to those people, I would say, inherently there is a category of mattresses that's going to offer much more airflow than an all-foam mattress like this. Specifically, any mattress that uses springs for its support core. It's going to have a lot more airflow. So that's something that you ought to consider if you're in that group. that being said, if you're looking for a memory foam mattress, if you like for other reasons this all foam, memory foam construction and feel, then there are some things about this mattress that I think can help assuage concerns in this area. One thing that the company talks about is that in the second layer of foam, what we would call the transition layer, the second layer from the top when the soft side is up, they've carved, in the top of that layer, they've carved some channels. Think of them like convolutions, but like little channels that have been carved into the foam. The company says that that allows more airflow through that layer of foam. Now, we don't really have any way to kind of verify that, so I can't tell you how much stock or value to put in that particular feature, but it is something that the company promotes in this area. The other thing that I think is maybe even more impactful in this particular regard is that both the top layer of the mattress, no matter which side is up, the top layer of the mattress is going to be this gel and copper infused memory foam. And gel and copper are both conductors. So having those infused into the memory foam, the reason that helps or matters is because a conductor is something through which heat can travel. So as your body radiates heat into the mattress, having conductors in that material allows the heat to travel more efficiently away from your body. So that certainly is a benefit as it relates to temperature on this mattress. The next feature is edge support, and we look at this a few different ways. And again, we looked at it on both sides of the mattress. We tested it with me lying on the edge of the mattress, and that's really, in our consideration, the more important test for this area, because that's the use of the edge of the mattress that will come into play for the most amount of time each day. However, we also test it with me sitting on the edge of the mattress, much like I'm doing right now. And in both cases, we found that the soft side of the mattress actually performed a little bit better than the firm side. Now that might be counterintuitive because you think a firm surface would have a firmer edge. The reality was that when you have the soft side on the bottom, you found that it tended to give out. That bottom layer started to just get compressed a little bit, and that caused a little bit more lean. But notwithstanding that, and I would say somewhat to my surprise, considering there's no real edge support features in this mattress to speak of, both sides did better than I would have expected. So the firm side was what we call maybe pretty good, and the soft side was good. The next feature is the ease of repositioning on the mattress. Now, for some people, this is a really important consideration, particularly on a mattress that uses a lot of memory foam like this one. What I can tell you here is that there are certainly mattresses that are easier to move around on than this one. However, amongst the memory foam classification, or amongst that group of mattresses that use memory foam over foam construction, I'd say this is easier than most. And it's on account of the fact that the memory foam is a little quicker responding, as we talked about. So it kind of helps you along more than most and doesn't leave you with that completely stuck in a hole type feeling that you might think of or worry about with a memory foam mattress. The next area of features we look at is the use of natural materials in the mattress, and we also, as part of this, look at the lack of harmful chemicals in the mattress, because that's really how a lot of people think more about this particular area of concern. And in the case of the former, I should start by saying this is not in any way a natural mattress. It's an all foam mattress, and there's no real natural materials in this mattress per se. So if that's something you're looking for, there are plenty of other options that will be better for you in this particular regard. That being said, again, most people, a lot of people, if not most people, tend to focus more on just the lack of harmful chemicals. And in this case, there is something that I think you can put some stock in with regards to the Layla mattress, which is that all of the foams used in this mattress are certified to the CertiPure standard. So this is a standard that looks for both the presence of and off-gassing of various harmful materials, and then certifies that none are present, or neither of those things is present beyond some minimally acceptable threshold. So I do think that's something that can give you some reassurance in this area with regards to the Layla. The next area of features is adjustable base compatibility, which is something that we get asked about more and more these days as adjustable bases grow in popularity. And we look at three things here. We look at, number one, is it going to damage the mattress or void its warranty in any way if you use it on an adjustable base? And certainly the answer is no. Layla fully designed this mattress to be used that way and intends it to be used that way. The second thing we look at is how well does it conform to the base, particularly when we elevate the foot and head of the base to the maximum, and how well does it able to conform in that situation. And in this case, the answer was extremely well. This mattress right out of the box, and mattresses get better over time, obviously, as you're using them on an adjustable base, but right out of the box, this mattress did way better than most mattresses in conforming to those curves. The third thing we look at is when you have it in that fully elevated position, does anything weird happen? Sometimes we see the sides bow out. We didn't have that issue here. Sometimes we have the cover gets lumpy and creates kind of something under your butt like that's lumpy or uncomfortable. Nothing like that happened here. So overall, we'd say that no matter which side of the mattress you have at the top, the Layla mattress is going to be excellent in terms of its adjustable base compatibility. All right, now that we've covered the 3Fs, let's talk about 3 other things that are going to be important anytime you're buying a mattress, but particularly when you're buying one online. Those are delivery, return policy, and warranty. In terms of delivery, Layla offers free delivery to your doorstep. From there, you'll be on the hook to simply bring the mattress into your bedroom and unbox it, which we can attest is pretty straightforward, or at a minimum, is very much on par with unboxing any of these online mattresses that come compressed, vacuum sealed, and folded and rolled in a box. In fact, this one is probably a little bit easier because this mattress weighs, I think, under 80 pounds in a queen size, so it's a little bit easier to maneuver than some. In terms of return policy, Layla offers a 120-night in-home trial period. The one thing that they do request is that you try the mattress for at least 14 days, which is a common provision of return policies these days. It's in order to give your body time to adjust to the change of the new mattress. But beyond that 14-day period, you have the remainder of the 120 nights to decide whether this is the right mattress for you, and if for any reason you decide it isn't, you can return it at no cost for a full refund. In terms of the warranty, you may have heard us explain in other videos that the number one thing that you need to focus on in a warranty is actually not the length of time. It is actually what they define to be an allowable dip, or how deep does a body impression or sag have to be in order to qualify as a warranty defect. And in the case of the Layla mattress, it's 1 inch. That's how they define it in their warranty. Now, this is pretty good. I would say this is maybe not quite as good as what you'd find in some memory foam mattresses like this. Sometimes you find 3/4 of an inch, but it is certainly better than what you find in most innerspring as well as hybrid mattresses. So overall, I would say that's a pretty good aspect of this warranty. Now, the even more enticing aspect of this warranty is that it is a lifetime warranty. So if at any point from the time you buy it till forever, it develops a 1-inch sag or greater, or for that matter, any other warranty defect, you're going to receive a replacement mattress at no cost from Layla. So that is certainly something that you can take some reassurance from as well. All right, now we're going to take a peek at what's actually inside a Layla mattress. And as you can see, we've cut this one open for you so you can see the foam layers here. In total, to start with, this is a 10-inch mattress. And it's got, as you can see, 4 layers. We'll start at the top in this case being the top of the soft side. So the reason it's the softer side is because you've got 3 inches of this copper and gel infused memory foam up at the top here. That's a 3.5 pound density memory foam. You have the same material, 1 inch of the same material down at the top of the firm side, which is the bottom of the soft side. So same exact material on both sides, just 3 inches here, 1 inch here. One thing to note about this, it's a quicker responding memory foam than we've seen in past versions of the Layla. So particularly the previous version that we reviewed in 2019 was much slower responding. So that's just one thing to note here. You can certainly see the flecks of copper as well as the gel in there. And another thing about this memory foam, I'd say it's pretty soft. It's not super soft. It's but it is pretty soft. An interesting point is that if I compare the softness of this layer to the transition layer, I'm not feeling like it's wildly different. Typically there's maybe a bigger difference in softness between the top layer and the transition layer. Certainly I would think this is a little firmer, but again, closer than sometimes you find. This 2-inch transition layer here is a 1.8 pound density polyurethane foam. It's hard to see, but there are convolutions in the top layer. Now this is one of the big changes in the construction of the mattress from the previous version of the Layla. The previous version had a thinner layer here that had deeper convolutions, and it was well, it didn't have this pretty orange color, for one thing, a cosmetic detail that you will never appreciate, but I do kind of like. So I think deeper convolutions, a thinner layer with a thicker base foam is kind of the gist of the changes in the construction from the last version we reviewed. But this version does have some convolutions, and it does actually have some zoning to those convolutions. That's kind of hard for us to see, but they're designed to promote better spinal alignment. Then what you have here, this nice charcoal colored base foam, this is a 4-inch layer of 2-pound density support core foam. So this is kind of your typical, and by the way, 2 pounds, it's a nice dense support core there, and it has that kind of typical firmness that you'd expect from a support core. And again, as I mentioned before, this is that same copper and gel infused memory foam, 1 inch of it down at the bottom. Now, of course, all of this is wrapped in the cover. It's a multi-way stretch cover. I don't know if it's 2-way, 4-way, but you can certainly stretch it in multiple directions. It's got some nice kind of sweatshirt, jersey sweatshirt, like the inside of a sweatshirt kind of softness to it. And sturdily built, obviously it can be easily unzipped and allows you to remove it if you ever need to. One thing that's important to just about every mattress shopper is value. And this is where we take a look at what's in the mattress, how long do we think it's going to last, and how does that all add up relative to the price. Now, in terms of what's in this mattress, it's worth noting this is a mattress that has 4 inches of what we would consider to be a premium comfort material, which is specifically that copper and gel infused memory foam that you have at the top of each side of this mattress. So between the 3 inches at the top of the soft side and the 1 inch at the top of the firm side, you have 4 total inches of that material. So that's a lot. And in terms of how long we think this is going to last, we generally turn to foam densities as our best, albeit imperfect predictor of longevities. And here again, I would generally say there's a lot to like here. You have, first and foremost, you have a 2-pound density foam core. Now this is only 4 inches of the mattress. However, a 2-pound density core, these days, I mean, even 1.8 pound density we consider to be a good density, but 2 is really a nice dense foam core there. So I like that a lot. You have a 1.8 pound density transition layer, which is, I think, totally fine. If there's any concern I have at all, it might be that the memory foam is 3.5 pound density, but I'm not too worried about that. That's overall, I think, on balance, I feel like this is a mattress that has pretty good longevity prospects. Now, in terms of how all that compares to the price, first of all, you're gonna wanna check, if you're not watching this video on our website, you're gonna wanna go to the description of this video and check the link that we post to get to our website, where we're gonna keep all the details you need on the current price, but also maybe even more importantly, the best available discount right now on this product. Layla does run pretty regular discounts of varying amounts on this product. So, but in terms of the actual price, we're not gonna quote that in the video because prices are changing rapidly across the industry right now. Everything from raw materials costs to labor costs to shipping costs are all on the rise. So we're just seeing a lot of price changes across the industry. But that all said, what we've seen from Layla thus far is that they've kept their prices very constant. And so when I think about the current price of this mattress relative to the material quality and longevity prospects that I just described, I would definitely say that this is a very good value. All right, now let's sum up some of the things we just covered in this video. The Layla mattress is a 10-inch mattress with what we would characterize as memory foam over foam construction. It's unique in its design in that it's a flippable design with two different feels and support profiles on each side of the mattress. We talked about how we think most people are probably going to use this mattress with the soft side up. We did mention that we think maybe lighter stomach sleepers could be one example of a group of people for whom the firm side up might be a better option. But in terms of the people who are using this with the soft side up, we talked about how lighter side sleepers are going to get the best pressure relief from this mattress and are going to get also very good spinal alignment. And we talked about how back sleepers, a pretty wide range of back sleepers from a weight perspective, we think could also utilize the soft side of this mattress. From a feel standpoint, we talked about how the soft side has what we'd call a medium softness level, and the firm side has what we'd call a medium firm, meaning just to the firmer side of medium softness level. We also talked about how the cushioning depth, the amount that you sink into the mattress and the degree to which it conforms to you, varies more significantly between the two sides, with the soft side having much deeper cushioning and the firm side having a shallower cushioning profile. We talked about how from a memory feel standpoint, this is not a mattress, in spite of it having 4 inches of total memory foam, that has a ton of that slow melting, ooey gooey kind of memory feel. It's a little bit more middle of the road as it relates to the amount of memory feel on account of the fact that the memory foam is a little quicker responding. We also talked about how from a bounce standpoint, it doesn't have a whole lot of bounce. And in terms of the features, we also talked about how this is a mattress that has good and certainly better than expected edge support, excellent motion isolation, and also excellent adjustable base compatibility. So if those characteristics sound like a good match for your personal needs, preferences, and priorities, then we definitely think that the Layla mattress is one that you should consider. So there you have it. We really hope that was helpful in determining whether the Layla mattress is the right mattress for you. That being said, I want to emphasize that if you're serious about the Layla mattress, you're definitely going to want to check out the written version of this information, which is where you're going to find much more detail on our actual ratings and assessments that we talked about in this video. If you're not already viewing this on our website, then what you're going to want to do is go to the description of this video and check the link directly to that information on our website, GoodBed.com. Also, what you'll find there is the current price as well as the best available discounts on this product. So be sure to check that out if you're serious about this product. Now, if after all that, you're still not sure whether the Layla is the right mattress for you, we'd really recommend that you take the GoodBed quiz. This quiz will walk you through all of the key criteria that you need to consider in terms of your needs, preferences, and priorities, and ultimately will look across options, both online and in the local stores in your area, to show you mattresses that best match your unique requirements. We really think that is hands down the best starting point for any mattress shopper. In the meantime, we thank you for watching and we really hope you sleep well.